everyone, Sheek here with another Transformers review, and today I will be reviewing the Transformers Cybertron Robots in Disguise Primus Unleashed Metroplex. And as you can see, he is in his box, unopened, badly damaged, beat up box. It looks like it was sold at Walmart for $15. Looks like it was marked down quite a bit, and he does come with a bonus figure. I do believe that is Clocker. I'm not sure, but we'll see once we get him out. And normally I don't want to show off the boxes as much anymore, but
I will in this case Giant Plant. Giant Plant is a place of industry, monolithic factories that dominate the skyline and smokestacks that find the horizon in every direction. The Transformers here have grown to gigantic proportions since they left Cybertron millions of years ago, most of them becoming so impossibly huge that more delicate tasks would be impossible without the Minicon companions no Giant Plant inhabitant can do without. Despite their incredible size, most of the robots here are gentle and passive, content to work constructing even more grand structures. Few aspire to a higher station than they already have, and even fewer wonder about their origins. The arrival of the battle between the Autobots and the Decepticons on the Giant Plant will change this world forever. Miss the long bios and stuff that they had, and that was even just his bio. And then he has his own bio. Metroplex grows to over 13 inches. Yes, that's quite big back then. Still, it's kind of big for today's standards anyway. Has a robot work mode, giant battle mode, and construction mode, which is, as I've discussed with the legacy thing, massive, quiet, and extremely protective of his home and its inhabitants. Metroplex is a kind, intelligent leader of his people, is used size in quiet ways. Mask of swift intelligence capable of analyzing the most sophisticated difficulties and arriving at a course of action in seconds. Though some have made the mistake of thinking him slow and stupid, he was once at one time an eager and hideously dangerous warrior who developed his soft-spoken, carefully considered demeanor in an attempt to leave that part of himself behind. Because of this, Metroplex is slow to anger, but when he converts to combat mode, he becomes one of the most fearsome opponents any Transformer has ever faced.
And then, on the side of the box, has more things. Drill bit Minicon. Let's tilt up a little bit. And then key activated sounds and lights. Spark Drinker. The Giant Plant Leader's Battle Axe. And then on this, he has stats. Strength unknown. Intelligence 9. Speed 7. Endurance 9.5. Rank 10. Courage 10. Fire Blast 8. Skill unknown. And considering that he got his butt handed to him by Megatron, that just goes to show how overpowered Megatron was. Anyway, enough blathering on about the packaging. Let's get him opened up. Here we have Metroplex and Drill Bit out of the packaging, although Drill Bit is pretty short, so he's down here. Let's take a quick look at him first. There is his noggin. Does not rotate, but there is some nice detail, which the upgrade kit did a really good job of capturing, because I do have the legacy version with the upgrade kit. Very nice detail. Not a whole lot there. Only thing for articulation is his little arms and then his legs, which do have no outward motion. There is technically a knee joint, but with the drill bits, it well, kind of impedes that. And then to get him into his vehicle mode, you just rotate his arms around, flip down the drill bits, and just crunch up his legs. And that is his vehicle mode. Yeah, it's definitely a remold of the Leader 1, which had the cab right there. And these just went over like that, because those are like rocket launchers. So that is a difference between him and Leader 1. And then you can attach him to his forearm like that. So that's about it for drill bit. So let's go ahead and set him off to the side. Let's take a look at his Battle Axe Spark Drinker, which in this configuration is, I guess, just a saw staff thing, which is really cool. It takes 2 AAA batteries in this compartment. It does have a pretty cool feature. I did not realize that it actually spins. I thought because of the gimmick it has with the spring open thing with the Battle Axe configuration that it would not be able to spin. And this is my first Gigantian Cyberplanky, and that looks pretty cool. Purple with gold paint. Definitely can now put that in the Omega Lock. And then for the Cyberplanet key, you just push that in, and then, and the cool thing about it is you can push it forward to keep getting that sound effect. So now you have a Battle Axe. I mean, as much as a Battle Axe as this looks. Let's go ahead and remove that. And then close that up, and you just need to make sure it's lined up. But it's pretty obvious where it needs to be for the battle axe thing. And then I guess as with the legacy version, if you want to, you can probably collapse it down so you can use it better in his work mode. It is definitely easier to get him into his vehicle mode from work mode than it is from battle mode or combat mode, because most everything's kind of where it needs to be for the most part. But yeah.
Articulation, as you can hear, he has a lot of ratchets. Well, for articulation, let's just take a look at some of that detail. His noggin is also very accurate to the cartoon, has some nice light piping. The head is just on a swivel, can do a full 360, and you can see the inspiration for the work kind of mask look that they went for Legacy when he was in his work mode. And arms, and this on my copy is pretty loose. It pops out, but you do get a full 360. Arms go like that part, bicep rotation, which that's ratcheted. And you get forward and back motion on his arms, waist swivel, which is ratcheted, just ratchets everywhere. Oh, and also his hands open up. Whoa. You do the full splits. He even has thigh rotation, which is also ratcheted. And then about that much bend at the knee. And articulation doesn't really change that much once you get his leg fully extend for battle mode. It's just pretty much a longer leg. There's more joints, but you can move his foot like that if you want to. There is no ankle tiltage, but at least they gave him a thigh swivel instead of a knee swivel, which is pretty nice. Okay, so with articulation out of the way, we can go ahead and get him into his battle mode. So to do that, you want to flip these two panels up, just get them out of the way. Rotate this back. Rotate up like that. Close up. Slide his shoulders up. And even now, he still looks like a fairly well-proportioned robot. A little long in the torso, but still about halfway there. Rotate at the waist, and we get the nice-looking crotch, which I'm not sure why it slides up and down on Legacy, but that is pretty cool. And then pretty much just extend, without pinching yourself, extend the legs, making him one tall transformer, but also very thin-looking. And then the last thing to do, just flip these back down, and now we have him in his combat mode, which I will say does look pretty lanky. I do like the updates that they made to the mold with the Legacy version. And we have his spark drinker, staff, whatever you want to call it. And I guess we can go ahead and put the Cybertron key back in, so you can have spark drinker rather than just a working tool. Now let's see if it's so as you can see with the shovel open, it sits a bit lower, but let's go ahead and close that up, and now it sits at the right height for this mode. And he is quite an imposing figure,
at least height-wise. And he's already gigantic as it is, because, you know, he's from Gigantian. Optimus Prime is probably about, I don't know, yay big compared to him already. So, I mean, yeah, he's really, really big. And then, of course, if you want to, you can go ahead and put a drill bit onto his forearm or on any of the myriad mini-con ports that he has. And yeah, definitely wouldn't want to mess with this guy. But if you look at him from the side, he is quite thin, not very beefy at all. He is a little bit beefier in his work mode, but then again, I guess that's work and not combat. And there he goes, rocking side to side. Okay, so
to get into his vehicle mode, let's go ahead and rotate his head around, flip these down, flip. Oh, can't even see what I'm doing. Just rotate his head around and then just get the gun barrels flip down, or smokestacks, whatever you want to call it, and just kind of rotate this. Get this all. Make sure that I'm doing this right. Okay, so rotate these back, rotate his arms back. Oop. There we are. And just kind of scrunch him up a bit. Get this. Make sure. Tilt the camera down now. Okay, so again like this. Rotate this around like so. Now we've got mostly there. Just need to get this rotated and rotate arms back, which is different from Legacy. Legacy, they have it rotated like this, and tabs in, and you know, looks like threads on both sides. But you can do it like this to be more true to the original toy if you like. And then just get this out position for the vehicle mode. And we also need to rotate him at the waist. I should have done that first. There we go. We'll say, as simple as he is, he definitely what's it called? It doesn't feel as straightforward as it actually is. Okay, there we are. And then also, I think got the waist a little messed up, but here we go. There we are. Okay. Get this here. Yeah. And then get his legs tabbed together, or pegged together because it's pegs, and then flip these out to lock his waist into place. Flip and tab, and pretty much got him in his alt mode. Just need to put his weapon on, the spark drinker, and also these right here. Those have a tendency to go missing, so hopefully mine don't come out. It looks like they're in there pretty well. I'm not going to really pull on them, but they tend to go missing, and that's one thing that's hard to find, other than obviously like losing his minicon or losing his weapon. So let's go ahead and pull that out. Pops up, pull back. Then these two pegs go into those two holes. Press in there, just wiggle it in. There we are. And then also you can get this to go to the ground, which is pretty cool. I do like that. But there is, oh, yeah, and that's not how it has to go on there. This isn't on the instructions. I actually accidentally put it on the wrong side, or wrong point. But this means this just goes to show that you can use it to where you can have this go down to the ground, so that the shovels can be used. So that's pretty cool. And then of course you have the shovel right there, but right now it looks pretty wonky. But so this is how you just put this right back here, like that, with this up off the ground, and then you have
a big old shovel. And this is how you typically see Metroplex in his alt mode. And then, of course, a minicon drill bit, which makes it look like it has eyes, like a Tyrannosaurus Rex or something. I don't know, some weird dinosaur with the mouth and horns. So that's pretty cool. In this position, though, it can't rotate too far because this hangs down a little bit too low. But, hey, and also this does still not tab in too great, but it works somewhat well, and I think it's kind of cool that that kind of ends up being like the, I don't know, control room or cockpit, so to speak, of this giant digging piece of machinery that is a Metroplex. And of course you can get this further down like that if you want to, I guess, store him with his weapon on, but realistically I think he'd be stored in robot mode with this off to the side or something in a box. But anyway, that's about it for Transformers Cybertron Primus Unleashed Leader Class Metroplex and Minicon Drill Bit. If you like this review and you'd like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.